Well, people, I want to do a video here in relation to Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett going after First Lady Melania Trump. Now, you know, Melania Trump is pretty soft-spoken. You don't hear too much from her. When you do hear from her, she's in and out. She's meek, humble, well put together, polished act. She's got that Jackie O flair. She's there. She knows her place. She picks her spots. And America has yearned for this type of first lady, arguably, for a while. And because she was already there, and when she left, she did it with dignity and grace and came back with the same, the embracement of her is, again, I can only compare it to Jackie O or Jackie Kennedy. Be it as it may, Jasmine Crockett has a way of stirring the pot. Now, this thing goes on so many levels because this is just not a congressional woman going after the first lady. We have a woman, a black woman, who is perceived as someone who's gone beyond the political atmosphere, if you will. And it has been said in social media that she's, let's just say, she has an urban, slightly ghetto flair. And some people believe that she's jockeying for position in comparison to other females. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, how you kicking it, so to speak, but this is a small synopsis of what you're dealing with. She knows, again, how to stir the pot. But see, people, this is way deeper than Jasmine Crockett. This is what I meant in my videos earlier, and I've been touching on this every now and then this year, in that the powers, they have to have a moment out of special people who know how to grab the attention of Americans. You got, look, let's just keep it real. Female on female. Well, I'm a Democrat, you're a Republican. I'm taking Crockett's side. No, I'm taking Melania'S side. Melania ain't done nothing to you. How dare you? Look, I'm not gonna have you jump on her. You've also got the cultural, the black side. And there's some like, hey, you know, girl, hit her. Now, why am I getting into that aspect? It's because Jasmine Crockett is talking about Melania Trump in relation to visas. And, you know, Trump has broken that glass ceiling, so to speak, when it comes down to immigration. So again, I can see sisters saying, look, First Lady, she's an immigrant. However, people need to look at it like this. Melania came in the legal way. Now, you got the female black, then you just got the division between Democrat and Republican. That's all data report on. The powers know how to divide, people. I said this in a video about a week ago when I was dealing with Nick Shirley out in the street, and Nick Shirley got jumped on emotionally by that black guy. And I'm like, look, cut it out. This young white kid ain't got nothing to do with slavery. Well, you know what? To me, it was in bad and poor taste for Jasmine Crockett to go after Melania in relation to this visa question. I mean, if it's a violation, I can see it. but it's not a violation, so you leave it alone. But again, the powers know what buttons to push and how to stir. People, that's why I'm saying we got to be close to the one world system, because they bringing out all their guns and all their heavyweights. Not to say Jasmine is a heavyweight, but she's up there. And you got a segment of the people that's going to rah-rah her on. And you definitely got a segment of people that are going to defend Melania. You feel me? So let's proceed. I want you to understand what you're dealing with, because people, what if I told you this is about Trump and his final days, that is, he'll be unalive. And this goes all the way back to the question of Barack Obama and this. And you'll see what that is in a minute. Barack Obama and this. Remember Trump was all over about this back in the day? This certificate? People, that's what this is about. And they're laughing at us. All of us. The black, the white, the man, the woman, the Democrat, Republican. They know how to whip it up, press buttons, keep the racial divide, keep the social divide. You name the level, they doing it. At the same time, they're trying to send you a message. Watch how I decode this thing. Now listen to it.
Since we're talking about integrity, I'm confused as to why my Republican colleagues aren't talking about the lack of integrity when it comes to the president's family's visas. Let me remind y'all that Melania, the First Lady, a model, and when I say model, I'm not talking about Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, or Naomi Campbell level, applied for and was given an EB-1 visa. And what that stands for is an Einstein visa. Now, y'all that don't know, let me tell you how you receive an Einstein visa. You're supposed to have some sort of significant achievement, like being awarded a Nobel Peace Prize or a Pulitzer, being an Olympic medalist, or having other sustained extraordinary abilities and success in sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics. Last time I checked, the First Lady had none of those accolades under her belt. It doesn't take an Einstein to see that the math ain't mathin' here. Nevertheless, what Republicans are doing with this reconciliation process, the travel bans and revoking visas, jeopardizes our national security. It threatens our communities, our higher education, and our economy. Visas.
So she used her in relation to this thing. Now I want you to notice, because I teach the 5 C's. Welcome, new subscribers. And thank you all from the bottom of my heart. We just reached 30,000 subscribers. The last few days, the momentum is growing, and I thank you. But I teach the 5 C's. God gave me a gift of clues, codes, colors, the complement channel conclusion. It might be a coincidence, but she got on the gold. I recently been talking about the golden age. And to her right, there's a star. Now I know that's the design of the door, but still, Luke 10:18 talks about a fallen star. In Luke 10:18, Jesus told his disciples, I beheld, see, Jesus was in heaven. I beheld Satan as lightning being hurled out of heaven. He was a fallen star, and she got on gold. Let that sink in, that coincidence. Now let's go. We're going to look at all the things she's saying. This is what started it off.
Going into their meetings, because the reality is that what they are claiming what they want to do versus what they're actually doing, the actions don't match up. And while we are supposed to be talking about visas, somehow we continue to cherry pick and talk about one criminal act and another criminal act. And it is so very interesting to me that, yes, we will say people are xenophobic, because when you start to decide that just because somebody came from another country, they are automatically some kind of criminal, that does sound kind of xenophobic to me, because you are using a paintbrush to paint an entire group of people where the vast majority of them are coming here because they are actually seeking a better life. But let me get to what this hearing is supposed to be about. The idea that Trump and my Republican colleagues want to restore integrity and security in the visa process is actually a joke. Let me be clear, integrity is not.
So again, she's hammering home her position. Trump is being accused in his administration of approaching this thing with a broad paintbrush. Put in the comment section if you agree or disagree. He might be too extreme. But you know what? I got to go there. Where in the hell was she when Biden was bringing them over? By boat? By train? You remember how the illegals was up? I was doing the videos, y'all. They got the folks on the top of the trains, inside the trains. Then Biden had the unmitigated gall to fly them over at night. Crockett, where was you at then? Because if we gonna talk about immigration in any form or fashion and visas, how come we didn't do it the right way? Oh, we deaf when it comes down to the hearings now. We can't hear. We gotta balance this argument. I wish I was congressperson for a day. Okay? I would have a marathon. Smear all her little makeup. Now, here's a response.
And the work that she's doing as our First Lady. As for this hearing and my colleague criticizing her, I think the best thing to do here would be to ignore it. I think that the radical view of the Democrats is one where they want to ignore the open borders that have destroyed our country. And I find it pretty rich that they would go after someone like the First Lady who came here as an immigrant, like millions of Americans with her who came here the right way. All the while they've turned a blind eye at the open borders over the last 4 years of Biden that have really destroyed our nation. They're okay with the riots in LA. They're okay with destroying small businesses and violence and unrest, but they want to go back in time and rehash the immigration path of Americans who did it the right way. And I think that's a shame. And I think the American people see through that. And I think the American people are happy that Republicans are in charge and that there is law and order being restored. The border is secure. We've had no crossings.
Law and order. Remember the videos I did on that last few weeks? That's what it's all about. And trust me, God respects law and order. That's how he created everything and then blessed it when he said everything is good on the seventh day. When man mirrors what God put in place, law and order, your blessings continue to flow. When you don't, that's when your disturbance happens. Satan knows that. And so what's really going on? Let me have you pierce through this thing so it can blow your mind. Because I want you going forward, especially welcome new subscribers. You'll see how I think, and you'll understand how I can peel back this banana. Been doing this a long time. Okay? Watch this. Here's the Einstein visa, more formally known as EB-1 visa, is an employment-based immigration category for individuals with extraordinary ability in the sciences, arts, education, business, and athletics, or who are outstanding professors or researchers. It's also available to certain multinational managers or executives. A key benefit is that the applicants in the extraordinary ability category can self-petition, meaning they don't need a job offer to apply. People, look, everybody knows there's a quid pro quo that you can get a hookup. I've done videos on the marriage of Donald J. Trump. It don't get no bigger than that. Once she married him, she was trumped in. Even if she didn't have this visa, they would have made that happen. Okay, that's just the reality. So I didn't do the research to find out when she became legal, but she is legal. And now she's First Lady. So the argument is mute. So let me, again, take you down this rabbit hole. Here's Albert Einstein. He was named after. His birthday is March 14th, 1879, March 14th. Take March 14, 2025, anniversary of his birthday. Matter of fact, the brother's 70. How old is that? Let me do the math on this, because you never know what might be hidden in this thing. 1879 minus 2025. Einstein would have been 146 so far. So Einstein's birthday is March 14th. Now check this out. March 14, 2025, Einstein's birthday. 625, Jasmine Crockett was talking. The difference is 3 months and 12 days. What happened on 3/12? Or what is 3/12? How does that relate to us? Do you know that Donald J. Trump had 312 votes when he beat Kamala Harris? Yes, he did, in the Electoral College. Is that coincidence that you would subtract Einstein's birthday from the day that Crockett was talking, Jasmine Crockett was talking, and it matches the vote count of Donald J. Trump when he beat Kamala Harris? You might be on the fence with this, but watch this. 3/14, that's his birthday again. Take 3/14, 2025, Einstein's birthday, and 4/26, 2024, what is that? What's 4/26? 4/26 is Melania'S birthday. Melania'S birthday from Einstein's birthday is 3/22, like Skull and Bones, or 46. What is 46? George Orwell, JFK, George Floyd died at 46 years old. They're trying to send a message, people. I know it might sound sick, but they sending a message. So watch. Jasmine Crockett's birthday, 3/29. 3/29, 1981. That's her exact birthday, Jasmine Crockett. 6/25 is when she got on Melania'S case. The difference is she's 44 years old and 88 days. Pearson, you mean to tell me the day that Jasmine Crockett went after Melania Trump, she was 44 years old and 88 days old? Yeah. Look, she's 44 years old. Barack Obama was the 44th president. What about the 88, Pearson? Trump check number is 88022. Also, watch this. 3/29, 1981, Jasmine, right? That, 4488. Here we go. Do you know if you take January 1st, 2025, subtract it from Jasmine Crockett's birthday, 3/29, 2025 this year, that's 88 days. Trump's text number is 88022. But also this, 3/29, 2024, Jasmine Crockett's birthday, 11/5, 2024, that's when Trump won the presidency. The difference between her birthday and Trump winning the presidency was 7 months and 8 days. Wasn't Trump 78 years old at the time? And how about this? Didn't Trump just erect 2 flagpoles, 88 feet tall? So they're bringing attention to the 88. That's what they're doing. Barack Obama and the 88. It's deep, y'all. Oh, no, I want you to follow this rabbit hole because it's deep. Watch this. Trump's birthday is 6/14. Take 6/14, 2025. 3/29 is Jasmine Crockett's birthday. The difference is 222. You know 222 is what? 222 is the beast system. This is what they're bringing together. All this distraction going on, but yet they're bringing in what? The beast system. The beast system, the Antichrist system. Do you understand? Let me have the racial divide. Let me have the black against the white. Let me have the female against the female. The politicians going after each other, Democrat versus Republican. All the while we set up the Antichrist system, 222. That's what they're doing. Do you understand? Also, between her birthday and Trump's birthday is 2/16. What is 2/16? August 4th is the 216th day of the year. That's Barack Obama's birthday. Do you understand? I'm telling you, it's about Barack Obama. It's about Trump. It's about her, Melania. It's about the beast system. Now watch. Melania's birthday, 4/26. Take 4/26, 1970. That's Melania's actual birthday. 6/25 is when she was talked about by the politician, Jasmine Crockett. The difference is 55 years and 8 weeks and 4 days. You mean to tell me that when you take Melania's birthday, that when Jasmine Crockett talked about her on that day, Melania was 55 years old. Okay, what's 55? Julius Caesar got killed at 55 years old. He was stabbed 23 times. What is the 8 for? Barack Obama was born August 4th. Come on, man. Think all this is coincidence? Do you see now? Now look. 6/14/2026. That's Trump's next birthday. 6/14. 6/25 is when Jasmine Crockett was talking smack. The difference is 55. Again, 5/5. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Then watch this. There's your receipts. In fact, let's look. Julius Caesar died on 3/15. Let's see if 3/15 is in the mix here. 3/15. See if that got anything to do with it. 3/55. 3/15. If it's the 5. Nothing there. Okay, here we go. If you take 3/15/2024, the anniversary that Julius Caesar died, from 6/25, the day that Jasmine Crockett got on Melania'S case about immigration, the difference is 666. That's the beast system all day, baby. Let's go further. It's gonna be a mind blower from here. Watch this. 4/26 is Melania'S birthday. 6/25 is the day that Jasmine Crockett got on her case. The difference is 8/4. Barack Obama was born August 4th. No way. These coincidences, right? 4/26, Melania'S birthday. 6/14, Trump's birthday. The difference is 3/16. Trump, 3/16, like John 3/16. Sacrifice. Do you understand what's coming? That's what's coming. They're going to unalive him. They're letting you know what's coming. And look, here's this Einstein bill. EB-1 visa. It was under George Bush, November 29th, 1990. November 29th. Take November 29th, 2024, anniversary. From 4/26, Melania'S birthday. The difference is 4/4. Barack Obama was born April 4th. Is that coincidence? Then look, remember this here? This is going to blow your mind. This is what this is about. This is about Barack Obama. On April 30th of 2021, he roasted Trump at a correspondence dinner. And he was talking about this here. See, remember I told you about that. There's no greater story than that, immigration and Barack Obama, when you think about it, right? That was a big thing. That's what Trump was his claim to fame when he started talking about stuff back in the day, didn't he? Okay, listen to Barack Obama. And I want to show you something. This started at 10:09. 10:09. I'll bring it up in a second.
And then there's a vicious rumor floating around that I think could really hurt Mitt Romney. I heard he passed universal health care when he was governor of Massachusetts. Someone should get to the bottom of that. And I know just the guy to do it. Donald Trump is here tonight. Now I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald.
Do you understand? Now watch. The date of that was 4/30 of 2011. Okay? Now, 11/29 is what? 11/29 is that B1 visa, the Einstein visa anniversary, 2024. The difference is 21/6. What's 2/16? August 4th is the 216th day of the year. That's Barack Obama's birthday. Do you see now how they clowning? Jasmine Crockett, in my humble opinion, is talking about him, Barack Obama. He's talking about the birth certificate at this correspondence dinner, having fun about Trump, who's married to Melania, subtracted from the day of the visa that Jasmine Crockett is saying that First Lady Melania was honored with. Subtract those dates, you get Barack Obama's birthday, 2/16, August 4th. Come on, man. And then, remember I showed you the time was 10/9, like October 9th? Take 10/9 from 12/31, end of the year, what do you get? You get Barack Obama's birthday. The time was 10/9. He brought the statement up about Trump and birth certificate at 10/9, at 10:09 p.m. Subtract that from the end of the year, you get 84 days. Barack Obama was born August 4th. Come on, man. Then look, there's your receipts. 2/16 is August 4th. That's Barack Obama. And there he is. And last but not least, look at this. 6/25 versus 8/4. August 4th is Barack Obama's birthday. And 6/25 was what? 6/25. I forgot what that was. But I will leave it alone in case I can't remember. But 6/25. 6/25. Forgot what that was. But that's significant. I'll put it in the description. Please support the channel. Thank you. I have 30,000 views, 30,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. I forgot what that 6/25 was. But yeah, something must have changed. I must have did something. But yeah, people, they speak in code, clues, codes, colors, the comprehensive time of conclusion. This is how, oh, I know what it is. This is the date that Jasmine Crockett talked about Melania and her visa. Subtracted from Barack Obama's birthday, 8/4. The difference is 5/5. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. God bless. We'll talk later.